Everyone, good afternoon. Happy Sunday. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. Go ahead and get situated here. You're welcome to lie down onto your back as we give it a minute or two before we get started. Playlist today, I don't have anything specifically, but if you'd like to listen to music, go ahead and pick any playlist on the Spotify, or you can pick up, put on anything in the background. And then, of course, get your volume set so that you can hear me clearly. I hope everybody had a nice practice. If you practiced on the recorded classes yesterday, or if you took a day off. I took a day off yesterday. Feels good once in a while in the body. So hope you had a nice Saturday, and we'll continue the practice today. We'll be here all week. So I always like to remind people I have this perspective. It's not just a perspective, but you can follow. Oh, be right back. All right, sorry about that. Just had to double check, make sure that the folks in the room here doing the class on the TV could hear me okay. So we got that all set. Anyways, I was saying Sunday being, you could see it as the first day of the week, so the start of the week right now. This practice could be a nice way to anchor yourself into the beginning of your week in the investment in your and we can just take it from there as we move forward. Some weeks, I know, I'm sure you've seen can be more challenging than others, and so always checking in with how you're feeling physically. The yoga poses do a pretty good job at reminding you of that, and then also checking in with your breath and how you're feeling in your emotional body. Mentally where your mind's at today, dropping ourselves into the breath, and we should be able to see a calming effect over the course of the mind, sometimes not so much right in the middle of the vinyasa practice, but by the time you get to the end and we land in Shavasana. So whatever you're feeling right now, acknowledge what you're feeling. Let the practice take you on this adventure for the next hour. Incorporate the meaningful practice that is listening to your body, which means you've got to be breathing before you're moving. If you're not breathing, don't force the movement. You're just going to be battling against and those things that are coming up in your mind, and that mental energy is going to pull you back versus and kind of assisting you to move forward in your flow. So if anything else, you need to just sit still, lie down, meditate, listen to the cues, and take a break, unwind. That way, you could always do that as well. Okay, I'm going to join you all lying down onto the back. And let the legs be heavy and the arms by your sides. We're resting across the back and the shoulders, the hips, and the bum. And your palms face up. This generally creates an external rotation from your shoulders to your chest. And then you can begin to notice and feel the breath moving through the body, moving into the space of the body, what exists in your belly. And then every exhale for now, You release your lower back if you're really holding on to a lot of energy in your low back. And release your lower back. Let it get flatter and closer to the mat every time you breathe out. And keep your legs straight. Bring them together to the midline. And then cross your left ankle over your right ankle. And you'll have a little ankle hook there. Take your arms over your head. Right hand grabs the inside of your left wrist. And then we'll do it like a morning stretch. And so you hover your head. And then your shoulders are up just enough. And so that you can move them to the right like a side body stretch. And keep holding on to the wrist. And then you can let your head come back down. And feel this from your left shoulder all the way down your side body. Squeeze your ankles if you want to get a little bit more. And then we can begin the breath practice and cueing the breath in through the nose, out through the nose with your lips sealed and soft. And the next inhale, go ahead and bring your shoulders and head back to center. And then release your wrist, uncross your left ankle, and bring your right knee into your chest. Interlace the fingers onto the shin. Take the hands down a little bit further towards the center of the shin. And breathe in now as you feel more coming into your right hip crease, the compression of your thigh bone into your pelvis. Breathe into it. You can even move it around a little bit side to side, starting to massage and wake up through the feeling of the hips, all the while connecting the mind to focus on the breath. And your next exhale, let's take it into a twist. Right knee comes across the body. Left hand can be on the right thigh. And don't be surprised if this is feeling a little tight today. As you reach your right arm out into a T. And let it be tight. Again, we're bumping into the sensation of the body. You're feeling things already in this practice you didn't know that you were feeling before you came into the posture. Remember, the physical body does a really good job, the poses, in creating these opportunities to feel within ourselves. And slowly come back to center. And gaze center to release. Right leg down onto the mat, arms by your sides, back into a Shavasana. And feel yourself land here once again on the mat. Take a breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, bring your legs back together to the midline. And right ankle crosses over your left ankle. Squeeze them together. Inhale, arms reach over your head. This time, left hand grabs the inside of your right wrist. Hover your head, shoulders, slide them to the left. And then let the head come back down. Yeah, you might just be holding on to the wrist. If you want a little bit more, you can draw the wrist up and away from the shoulder. And feel down the side body. Squeeze the ankles together. If you want a little more, belly in. Excellent. Hover your head. Bring your shoulders back to center. And release your wrist. Uncross your ankles. And bring your left knee into your chest. And hands onto the shin, more towards the center. Interlace your fingers. And don't be shy. You can move it around a little bit as you feel the compression. If you've yet to bring your knee into your chest like this as part of your day, then you haven't felt what you're feeling right now. So it's offering you something new. And as that reveal comes to your mind and you connect to your breath, and we can notice or see that our entire state of our being, our mood, right, our emotions can change. Let's take it into a twist. Left knee across the chest. Right hand to your left thigh. Left arm out into a T. If it's tight, let it be tight. Make your inhale a little bit longer. And then at the end of your exhale, bring your gaze back to center. And bring your left knee back, both legs straight. And then you're flat into your back once again here in Shavasana. Arms by your sides. Yeah, let's go full body stretch now. Arms over your head. Oh, point your toes. Big, big stretch. Waking it up. Draw both knees into your chest. Take your hands to your shins. And keep your head on the mat as you pull your knees towards your chest. Notice how that peels your hips off the mat. Lift your feet. Take the hands behind your knees. And then rock up and down on the line of your spine. Lips remain sealed as you're rocking. Feel the exhale slow you down, connects you to your belly. All right, do 3 more. And then stay up onto your bum. Turn yourself all the way around. Face the top of your mat and sit cross-legged, please. If you need to, just pull out the flesh of your bum, feel your sit bones root into the mat, or you could always elevate yourself and say you want to relieve the tension in your hips. Okay, not that the yoga wheel is the proper prop, if you will, but I'm just showing you that if you put something underneath your hips, it'll take some of the pressure out if that's what you're experiencing. And palms onto your knees. Capping the knees, so the palm is wrapping over the knee. Draw your elbows into your sides. Head above your heart. Feel all that we've moved through thus far. And I tell you, you can move a lot. You can tread and get through a lot of ground within yourself in a short period of time in connecting to your breath. And you never know when it's going to come. It can come in the opening when you're warming up. That switch can flip when you're in the rigor of the flow somewhere in the middle, or it can come when you're fully cooked and resting at the end of your practice. So always paying attention. Through the breath, opening ourselves up, and we are willing to receive, right? And a great lesson in life, right? It's easier said than done, but this practice of listening to your heart, right, which is basically means dropping out of your intellectual mind and processes and flowing through life in a more intuitive way, and listening to your heart or listening to your body. This is a practice in itself. Let's go ahead and inhale, open your eyes, and roll over your shins. Come onto all fours. And tabletop, spread your fingers. And feeling, notice how your mind is scanning your body. Unlike any other way it was before you got onto your mat, tuck your toes and exhale, lift your knees. Ooh, feel the downward facing dog. Light pedal could feel good. Bend one knee, bend the other knee. Just wake it up and then start to still your down dog, or become still in your down dog. Keep your breath moving. And now in the relative stillness, feel the internal adjustments and how you can adjust through your pelvis and your shoulders without moving your hands or your feet. And together, inhale, come forward to a high plank. And you're welcome to use your knees, or with the strength in your legs, bend your arms and lower all the way down onto your chest. And soft landing, untuck the toes, baby cobra. And so your chest is up, your elbows wrap in. Feel your heart pull forward, your gaze is out in front. And keep the breath moving. That is the key to your flow and breaking down any boundaries, obstacles, right, or challenges that you may be facing inside of yourself. Keep your breath moving, and exhale, bring your chest back down. Feel the low back muscles release, and little rock side to side on the front of the hips. Feel a deeper breath. Fill your belly. Now plant the tops of your feet once again. And then roll your heart up, baby cobra, shoulders down, elbows in. Right? It might help based on the bone structure in your shoulders. Turn your middle fingers out a little bit. And to get your elbows in, nice and tight to your sides. Follow the breath as you exhale. Lower your chest down. And once again, feel that little rock on the front of your hips. And I'd say you're gripping. You're really pulling a lot of life these days into your low back, into your sacrum. Okay, watch us break that down. Tops of your feet ground. And then baby cobra, lift and lengthen your heart forward and up. Lots of feeling here through the muscles along the spine. As you exhale, come back down. Nice. Tuck your toes, lift your knees or use them, and then press back into a downward facing dog. And let's keep the feet where they are and begin to walk your hands back to your feet. And forward fold, Uttanasana at the back of your mat. Let your head hang heavy. And as you grab opposite elbows, if you hold on to the elbows, like when we were sitting ahead, you cap the knees. And then you're going to feel that and connected to your shoulders, to your spine. In this case, it's going to add a little bit more weight and for you to fold in deeper. Feel the back body as you bump into the front body. And now let's do a little bend to your knees. Continue to fold. Your forward fold, still holding elbows. Pedal it out, bend one knee. It's going to intensify the opposite leg hamstring. And then switch. And come back to center. Release your elbows, hands down to the ground. Heel toe your feet together. Inhale to lift halfway. So the arms, and you're using them to kickstand your heart. Your gaze is at the middle of your mat. And draw your inner thighs back, lifting your tailbone up. Take another inhale. And exhale, fold back down. And press the ground away. Inhale, rise. Let the arms come up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. So feeling the hands connection from the feet. Inhale, arms up as you press the feet down. Exhale, dive, forward fold. See, we travel through everything in between. Take an inhale, kickstand your heart. And exhale, walk your hands forward, come out into a high plank. Kick back through your heels. We practiced this earlier last week. Pulling your thighs up to your hips is going to draw the tailbone in as you kick back through the heels. Now your legs are really strong. Take an inhale and exhale, float lower halfway down, chaturanga. Tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale and step or roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Deepen your breath, lengthen your inhale. And draw with your belly. Relieve the pressure from your spine as you lift your tailbone high. Exhale. And together, breathe in, lift your right leg up and back. Exhale, bring your knee into your nose, crunch, rounded spine and squeeze. Step back into a plank, look forward, and exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Right foot stays, inhale, left leg, kick it up and back. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, feel the squeeze. Inhale, step back to plank, look forward, and exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Right? You can do anything guided by your breath. And slow down your breath, listen for the cue, and you've got plenty of time and to make these adjustments along the way. And big toes together, inhale, lift your heels up. Little bend to the knees, exhale, 2 steps to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway, arms kickstand the heart. And exhale, dive forward fold. Inhale, rise, press the ground away, arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, arms up, ground the feet down. And exhale, dive, flow through everything in between. Inhale to lift halfway. Plant the palms, step back, high plank, bend the arms, chaturanga. Tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. So if you're feeling your way through this practice in your body today, if those vinyasa transitions, up dog and down dog, okay, you can extract them all on your own, listening to your body, and you just keep it without. You'll just meet us back into a downward facing dog. Okay, listening to your body, remember, means listening to your breath. If the breath is there, we keep going. And to penetrate the edge, lift your heels, a little bend to the knees. Exhale, 2 steps to the top. Inhale, lift halfway, kickstand the heart. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, reach up, feel the feet. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, circle the arms, reach up. And exhale, dive, feel everything in between. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant the palms, step back, high plank, bend the arms, chaturanga. Tops of the feet, inhale, up dog. Exhale, come back into your downward facing dog. And feel where the practice is coming to you thus far physically. And the body is getting the calling and the relationship to the sensation. Breathe into it. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, right knee to your nose, crunch. Inhale, kick back and up. Right knee, right elbow, look forward. Inhale, kick back and up. Right knee to your left elbow. Inhale, kick back. And exhale, step all the way through. Lower your back knee down. Straighten your front leg. Walk your hands back. And use the arms. Slide the chest up. Roll the shoulders down. And feel your right hamstring. And so you're in a high half split. And connect to your core. Come forward. Plant your right foot flat. Lift your back knee. Walk your hands up to your right thigh. And then draw your shoulders on top of your hips. Okay, here you can focus on straightening your left leg. And working your tailbone down. Feel your front heel. And then inhale, arms express to reach up. And gaze steady in front. Keep your left leg straight. And tailbone down. Lifting the breath into the chest for 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands down to the mat. And step back into a high plank. Take an inhale. And exhale, lift your bum as you wrap your elbows in, downward facing dog. And right foot stays. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, left knee to your left elbow, look forward. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, left knee to your right elbow, twist. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, big step all the way through. Soften your back knee down. Straighten your left leg. Lift your toes up. And hands back. So your arms straight. In the same way, kickstanding your heart. Take the kinks out of your neck. Soften your gaze to the top edge of your mat. And so as you deepen your practice with your breath and working to keep the belly toned, so the belly breath is not going out and in, the toned belly stays in, the breath moves up and down the line of the spine. Come forward to lunge. Okay, lift your right knee, walk your hands up to your left thigh. And here with your elbows by your sides, we can focus on straightening your back leg. And right on, tailbone down to express and feel your front heel and reach your arms up. And stay for your breath in. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. And step your left foot back, downward facing dog. Elbows in, tailbone high. Inhale, lift your heels. And exhale, 2 steps or light hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Feel the feet to the hands, reach up. And exhale, hands to your heart and connect to your midline. Inhale, circle the arms, reach up. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant the hands, step or light hop, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward dog. And keep building. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, step all the way through. And take an inhale, come up to your fingertips. Exhale, straighten your front leg. And so feel your right hip crease tighten up. Lifting your thigh up towards the hip as you gas pedal, press down into the ball of your front foot. And keep your spine working long. Okay, and a little mandala flow. We're going to turn this 180 degrees. So right hand inside your right foot, pivot on your feet, turn and face the back of your mat lunge. So now your right hip crease is free. Take your right hand down and reach your left arm up into the twist. And you let it be easy as you feel the extension out of your right hip crease. Wonderful. Bring your gaze and left hand back down. Walk your hands back to the right side, and we come back, pivot to the top of the mat. Breathe in through your nose, and plant your hands. Exhale, kick your right leg back and up. Open your hip, curl the heel into the bum. And so you can keep this modest with your gaze in the middle of your mat. And right leg is bent and turning the hip open, but if that left arm, root into your left hand, draw the shoulder back into the socket. Square your hips, step back into your down dog. Right leg is strong, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, big step, left foot all the way through. And come up onto your fingertips, no rush, inhale. Exhale, straighten your front leg. And you notice if one side, so we can learn through the body awareness and the resistance if one side is feeling tighter, if one side is feeling more open, and maintaining the balance of the breath regardless. Okay, so it's a little tighter in your left hip crease now, which is flexed. Bring your left hand inside. Let's walk it all the way around. Face the back of your mat. Bend into your right leg lunge. Now that left hip is free. Set the palm, twist. Reach your right arm up. And the deeper the breath, the better. And that will give you the opportunity to see in where you can progress and expand within the posture, all based on the breath. Sweet. Bring your gaze and right hand down and both hands inside your right foot. Let's walk it back to the top of the mat. And pivot square. Set your palms and exhale. Kick your left leg back and up. Open your left hip. And curl the heel into your bum. And as you open the hip, make sure you're rooting into your right palm. If your right arm is bending, zip it straight. And feel the shoulder into the socket. Square your hips and step back into a strong left leg. Feel your hands. Nice. Little more room to float. Lift your heels. Exhale, walk or hop. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, bow fold. Inhale, rise. Feet to hands reach. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, arms up, belly in. Flow, exhale through everything in between. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant, you can step or float chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And take it out of your shoulders. Wrap the armpits into the chest. Come forward to plank. And just the legs. Notice the hips aren't even moving. Knees towards chest. We don't have to get all the way there. Alternating, walking a mountain climber. And as the knee comes into the chest, exhale. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step back, downward dog. Yes, keep the elbows wrapping in. Upper back strong. Okay, lengthening the awareness into your back body and from your outer hips and down through your hamstrings. Nice. Bring your big toes to touch. Lift your heels up and gaze step or little light hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, sit back into your chair. Bend your legs. Reach your arms up and sweep your arms by your sides. Keep offering your chest forward and stay with your seat. Inhale your hands to your heart center and exhale, left elbow outside your right thigh. And feel the balance in your feet. Take your gaze down and inhale, stand up, reach your arms over your head, interlace your fingers. And feel your low back on the right side and then lift up, side bend to the left. And as much as you're pulling your wrist up and over to the left, And keep rooting into your feet. Again, we're feet to hands and then everything. And we can breathe into in between. And as you inhale, rise back to center. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Open your left knee. Tree pose, left foot to your inner right thigh. If you're touching the inner knee, put your foot down onto your calf muscle. And then as you set your tree legs, and bring your palms to your heart center, please. And steady your gaze. Work to contain the belly, tone the belly, and feel the breath move up and down the line of your spine. As you breathe in, turn your left knee forward. Exhale, step your left foot down, reach your arms up. Inhale, bend your legs, sit into your chair. Just like we set it up on the first side, bring your arms back by your sides. And chest forward, hips stay low. Inhale your hands to your heart center. And exhale, right elbow outside your left thigh, twist. And breathe through the twist. All good. Process. We're good. Gaze comes down. And then inhale, rise, reach up. Interlace the fingers, release the index. And ground down through your left heel and side bend to the right. And creating a lift out of your low back. And as you firm your feet into the ground, keep drawing your left hand up and over. On your inhale, rise to center. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Wonderful. Open your right knee. Place your right foot to your inner left thigh. And if you're touching the inner knee, place it down onto your calf. And set your palms together in front of your heart. You work to tone the belly. Feel the breath move up and down the line of the spine. And gaze one spot out in front of you. And should have a nice feeling of the expanded flow from within. Turn your right knee forward and step your right foot down. Reach your arms up. Take an inhale. And exhale, dive through everything in between hands and feet. Inhale to lift halfway. Plant the palms, step or float back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step your right foot through. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, lunge, twist, left elbow outside your right thigh. And feel the length you've created, space in your outer right hip. Kick through your back heel, ground through your front foot, come back to center, inhale, arms up. Exhale, warrior two, turn your back heel down, lunge and look over your front shoulder. And ground through your back heel. Take an inhale to reverse your warrior two. And exhale, windmill your hands to the mat. Lift your back heel high and then straighten your front leg out. Slide your chest forward, shoulders away from your ears. Keep your heart sliding forward and sensation into the back of your right leg. Set your palms flat. Okay, when you exhale, your belly comes in. Swing your right leg back and then open your right hip. Okay, now here's the deal. Look at your right hand. You got to draw up the left leg and then reach your left hand back, possibly, and you can tap, or you can hold on to the inside edge of your right foot. Hey, this is a build on the practice from last week. Stay with your back. Bring your left hand back down, and then square step back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts up. Big step, exhale, left foot all the way through. Inhale, rise, arms up. Exhale, twisted lunge, right elbow outside your left thigh. And so as you tone and connect the belly into the upper back and the inner thighs, remember that puzzle piece fitting together. And then you're not putting any weight down into your low back. Kick through your back heel. Feel your front foot. And then inhale, rise, arms up. Exhale, warrior two, pivot your back heel down. And lunge and gaze over your left shoulder. And all the while, we're feeling the extension of the back hip, grounding down through the foot. Flip the left palm, inhale to reverse the warrior two. And exhale, windmill your hands to the mat. Pivot your back heel high, straighten your front leg. Head in that direction. And feel everything in between your hands and your feet. That's easy enough, to observe. And to keep the mind framed within the body, between the hands and the feet, slide the chest forward. Draw the belly in. On your next exhale, hands flat. Swing your left leg back, kick it up, and then open your left hip. And so your right thigh is lifting to the hip. Your left palm is pressing into the mat, and then gaze steady on one spot. Reach your right hand back, tap, or hold on to the inside of the foot. And bring your right hand back in front, and then kick and extend left foot back into your down dog. Nice. Bring your big toes together. Your legs should feel strong, and your hips open. Lift your heels. Exhale, walk or hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let's take it up. Inhale, rise and reach. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Weight into your right foot. Inhale, lift your left knee up in front. Arms by your sides, roll your shoulders down, and squeeze your shoulder blades in. So it's like you're pulling your armpits in towards the center of your body. And kick your left leg back, and palms together in front of your heart center. Work your standing legs straight as you square your left hip down. Stay true to your right thigh. And feel the strength in your upper back to draw your left knee through, lift it up in front of you, and then wrap your left leg over your right leg. Set your eagle legs, reach your arms up, and then we're going to cross it, right arm underneath your left arm. So left leg is over, and your right arm is under. Okay, now sit down. As you lower your bum, draw your belly in, exhale, and round elbows to your knees. And with your inhale, rise, stand up, lift your left knee. And exhale, step your left foot down, unravel the arms, reach up. Weight into your left foot, lift your right knee, bring your arms down by your sides. Soften the brow across your forehead. And feel those armpits in the upper torso turn into the midline. Okay, belly in, kick your right leg back, hands to your heart center. And feel so much less grip in the expression of warrior three here, modified with the hands in front of your heart. And working to square, stay true to your left thigh. And feel the strength in your upper back. Pull your heart through, lift your right knee in front. And you wrap your right leg over your left leg. And you got your legs wrapped, reach your arms up, and bring your left arm underneath your right arm. And cross as you squeeze, and sit your bum down. And draw your belly as you exhale, and curl in and crunch elbows to your knees. If you're feeling it, feel it. Breathe into it. That's the point. That's why we're here. Feel it and breathe into it. It's all good. If you fall out, take a breath and come back in. And slowly rise. Lift your right knee. And step down, arms by your sides. Inhale, reach your arms up. Feel your feet. Exhale, dive, fold through everything in between. Inhale to lift halfway. Plant the palms, step or float back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And set your hands, breathe in, kick your right leg high. Exhale, right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, kick back. Do it again, right knee, right elbow. Kick it back one more time, or arm balance. Knee above elbow, slide the back foot in, feel your belly, lift your back leg. And step back, inhale, kick your right leg up. And exhale, step your right foot through. Inhale, rise, arms up, and straighten your front leg. Nice, square hips, square shoulders, reach up through your fingertips. And interlace the fingers behind your head. Pivot your back heel down. And then it's like you've got your triangle leg. So bump your hips back and then slide your right armpit forward. Hands behind your head. And then slide your right elbow forward. And then see if you can bring your right elbow down to your right knee. And then tailbone in and drawing your left elbow up. Got it? Now keep your left hand on your head and your right hand should easily touch the ground outside your right foot. Great job. Reach your left arm up. Maintain the integrity of your legs. And turn your left thumb in, left forearm behind your spine, and take your gaze forward. And so you're going to go bound half moon. Belly into your forearm. Transfer the weight into your front foot. Lift your back leg. Point your toes. Left arm is behind your back. And then your right hand can come. Give your left hand a shake. Outside your right hip. Woo, steady your gaze one spot. Nice breath across the chest. Right hand comes down. Left arm slides up. Reach through your inhale. And then exhale, gaze and left hand down. And do a little step switch. So left foot down to the mat. Step your right foot back into a lunge. Soften the knee down. Take a breath. Cleanse your palate. Right hand to ground. And left arm up to twist. Curl your right heel in. And then reach back for the inside of your foot, ankle, or shin. And so we're going to get that heel, pull it in towards your bum. Now you can stay right here. We're going to play with standing this up. So left foot slides back. Chest goes forward. Use your right hand. Connect to your core. And then roll your right knee up behind the hip. And again, you could still be down onto the knee. That's fine. And feeling your left hamstring. And then little bend to the left knee. Look down. Soften the grip. Release your right foot down. Forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Plant the hand, step or float back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. And take a breath, set your hands. And building the connection to focus on one breath cycle. 6 seconds, all we're asking for out of your mind right now. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, big step, left foot all the way through. Inhale, rise, arms up. And straighten your front leg out. Hips square, shoulders square. Great awareness, tone through the belly. You got it, hands behind the head. Turn your back heel down. And so you've got these triangle legs, like a perfect setup. Bump your hips back. Left elbow points forward. As you reach your left elbow forward, and hands behind the head, and let's get your left elbow towards your left knee. Oof. Yeah. Roll your bum under. It'll make you sweat. Keep your right hand where it is, and then your left hand should be able to touch the ground outside your left foot. Feel your back heel. Reach your right arm up. And so we're not trying to add weight into the neck there. It's more of a guide and to keep the head into the hand and working through the space that you're creating in your shoulders. Turn your right thumb in and then bring your forearm behind your back. If that's tough, it's easier to take the gaze down. We're going there anyways. Take the gaze forward. Transfer the weight into your left foot. Drag. And then lift your right foot off the ground. And you can go for the handshake, left hand to your right hand. No worries. If not, left hand stays on the ground. Roll with your breath. Bring your left hand down. Reach your right arm up. Little bend to your left knee, square. And then step your right foot down into switch. Step your left foot back into a lunge. Big step. Soft landing. Lower the knee. Take a breath. Left hand stays. Right arm up. Twist. And curl your back heel in. Reach back for the inside of the foot. Okay, so I'm drawing the heel into the bum. And I'm pulling everything into the core, which is why when you look down, slide your right foot back. So if I can get my chest forward enough, right, use the strength of your belly, press the mat away through your right foot, and then we can stand it up, curling the left knee behind the hip. Shoulders away from the ears. Feel the sensation, back of your right leg, front of your left hip for 3, 2. Soften the gaze, soften the release, left foot down. Good job. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, plant step or float chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Finish off the left side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, kick back. Left knee, left elbow. Okay, one more, or arm balance. Knee above elbow. Drag your back foot. Lift it up. 3, 2. Step back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in through your nose. Full breath out through your nose. Okay, we're going to step our left foot in between the hands. Walk the hands around to the right, wide-legged forward fold. You start in a release of the low back, so your arms are straight. Gaze down off the side edge of your mat. Rock some weight into your heels. Rock some weight into your toes. Keep the chest here, spine neutral. Turn your heels in, toes out. And then hands to your inner thighs. And as you bend your legs, might feel good to sway your hips a little bit side to side. And you work your sway into center, adjust your feet in a little bit if you need to, and turn your heels in so much. If you can get your feet parallel to the sides of your mat, go for it. Okay, sit down, hands to your heart center, and tailbone draws under. Take a breath in through your nose. Exhale, lift your left heel off the mat, any amount. Set your left heel down, take a breath in. Exhale, lift your right heel off the mat, any amount. Wonderful. Put your right heel down, take an inhale. Exhale, lift both heels off the mat, any amount. Okay, keep your heels off the mat, bring your gaze and hands down to the ground, and then lift your hips, turn your heels out. Keep your heels off the mat if you can. And stay right here. Now playing flat hands underneath your shoulders. Roll the weight into your toes. And draw your armpits into your chest and look in between your thumbs. And compact through your core. Breathe. Exhale, roll the heels back down into the mat. And take an inhale to lift halfway. And as you exhale, now fold in. And hinge as you walk the hands back underneath your shoulders and between your legs. If you can stretch the chest forward and then land the top of the head down. Roll the weight into the toes, weight into the hands, elbows over your wrist. And you can float both legs up. Otherwise, work in your breath and your wide-legged forward fold. If your legs are up, and slowly bring them back down, toes, And ground the hands. Press the head off the mat. And set your feet. Take a breath into your body. Exhale, walk your hands back to your left foot, pivot square, and then step your left foot back, come into a downward facing dog. And down dog, feel your hips. It might be a little bit lighter, pedal it out, and bend one knee, bend the other knee. As you inhale, lift your right leg up, three-legged dog, and then exhale, step your right foot all the way through. Inhale, rise, reach your arms up, crescent warrior. And exhale, come back into your warrior two. Straighten your front leg out. Okay, hold your chest up proud. Reach your right arm forward. And then bring your right hand down. You can go outside the foot again. If not, grab the ankle or the shin. And while you're in your triangle pose, you're going to start to kick your left heel out, turn your chest forward, and then bring your left hand in front, and then eventually all the way outside your right foot. If not, put it inside your right foot, or use a prop underneath your right hand, pull your chest forward, and then reach your right arm up. And feel strong through your back leg. Commit through your core. Wonderful. Bring your gaze and right hand down. Pivot your back heel high. Frame your front foot. And then step switch. Left foot forward. Right foot steps back. Turn the heel down. And then walk your hips back. Sit into your right heel. So a little side lunge. Okay, now we can kind of let that left foot drag back. Hook your right arm around the front of your right shin, and then possibly left arm behind your low back. Okay, look low as you feel for the bind. And then once you work in the bind, chest up, shoulders down, and kick through that left heel. All good. Hands come back in front. And take a breath in through your nose. And then exhale, hands grab the mat. Pull your hips forward and lift your back heel high. Step your left foot back and draw into your down dog. Reset, take an inhale. And stay here as you exhale. Wonderful. Roll to the outer edge of your right foot. Press the mat away through your right palm. Lift your left leg up. Okay, notice how high the hips are. And then slowly start to float your left arm up and out into a star. And you can stay or curl your left heel into play and grab for your foot, ankle, or shin. And kick into the hand. Yes. And then slowly pivot, heel to bum. Left hand down. Step back into your down dog. That is an engagement in your outer right hip. And feel it. We go to the other side, folks. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, big step, left foot all the way through. Inhale, rise, arms up. And deepen your breath. Pivot your back heel down, warrior two. And set your proud chest. Straighten your front leg. Collect your breath, your wisdom, your energy. Reach forward and left hand down, either onto the shin ankle or to the mat. Right arm goes up. Leading with your heart. Listen and keep dropping out of your mind. If the mind keeps kicking in, amazing. And connect to your breath. And then feel yourself back in your body. Start to kick your back heel out. Turn your toes in. Belly and hips draw back as the right arm comes forward. And so we're lengthening as we're twisting. Right hand outside your left foot. If not, put it inside. And then hips back, chest forward. Left arm goes up. Nice, getting deeper gaze and left hand down. Frame your front foot, lift your back heel, and step switch, right foot forward, left foot big step back. Turn the heel down, walk the hands and hips back, sit into your left heel, side lunge. And feel your right heel plant. Okay, now we're going to start to get down. Okay, chest inside the left knee. Left arm around the shin. If you pull the bum away, right, you're making it harder and to catch that bind. Right hand behind your spine. As you work the bind, or you get close, and then draw your chest up, shoulders away from your ears. And breathe either way, hands back in front. Okay, pull the hands to the ground, draw the hips forward, and then lift your back heel. Set your palms, step it back into your down dog, and big toes together. So we're starting with the hips high, and then to the outer edge of your left foot. Look at your left hand, keep your hips high, float your right leg up first. And steady your gaze, and then start to float your right arm up and out into star. And stay or play. If you bend your right leg, reach back in for your foot, ankle, or shin. Oof. And then slowly turn, pivot, and step back into your down dog. Great job. Got to go for it through the breath. Take an inhale and full exhale. Together, inhale forward to plank. Nice and slow. Exhale, chaturanga. Tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog. Feel the body in your up dog. And exhale, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. And take a breath. Exhale, come down onto your knees. Lean off to your left hip, please, and bring both legs around in front. Cross-legged seat, right shin in front of the left. Use your arms in front of your shins, prop your chest up. Bring your hands forward onto the mat, crawling. And then you can start to extend and then round. Upper body over your lower body, a little modified double pigeon. Okay, walk your hands back in, and then we'll switch. Bring your left shin in front of your right shin, please. And then hands back out in front. And lift up through your heart center. And draw your hands forward, crawl your hands forward. And then you can fold your upper body over your lower body. Go ahead and walk your hands back in. And you feel where you're at right here. Uncross your legs, send them out straight in front of you. Oh, should feel good to straighten your legs. Hands beside and just behind your hips. And then we're going to start to lift the bum, point your toes, and invert your plank pose. Point your toes. If you can get the soles of your feet flat, tailbone forward, feel your thighs. And your gaze can come up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and belly in, lower slow. And then bring your bum down, bend your legs so that your feet are flat. Little half rabbit, right arm behind your right leg, grab your left shin. And left hand behind your left leg, grab your right shin, walk your feet in. Lift your heart on your exhale and lean back and round through your spine. The shoulders are down here. You can move your head gently side to side. And then head back to center as you roll yourself back up. And release your shins. Have a cross-legged seat. Ooh, feel your heart center. And then go ahead and have a sip of water if you'd like to. Cheers, everyone. Let's turn around, lie down. And come to release into our final resting pose today, Shavasana. And set yourself so you're comfortable. And if you want a little pillow under your head like me, or if you want something over your eyes. You could actually receive exactly what you need. And as you settle, and soften in this moment, we have gone through, as I mentioned several times in the practice, everything between your hands and your feet. Which means everything that you're attached to, means everything that you're feeling, means everything that you're processing. And we have included it all on our mat as we should. People think, go to my mat and leave it all on my mat, right? Like use all my energy and like force the strength of the practice. That is not necessarily the direction. And to go through everything, to include everything, and so that you can meet this moment right here. And it's okay if you're not willing to meet this moment right here. That is okay. And one day you will be ready and you'll meet this moment here. And take your time here in your Shavasana, everybody. I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. I hope you can feel and enjoy the benefits of your practice and throughout the day. And we'll practice again and here with you tomorrow at noon. And peace, light, and love in our hearts. Happy Sunday. Namaste.